is Chatty. Why did I blank on your name?
How about Arliss?
Yeah.
Check 1, 2. All right. You're just going to do one verse, and it's just to kind of zen everybody out. This is a very busy time of year for everyone, and I find this song very calming. So sing along with me. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in peace, sleep in heavenly.
Say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Right.
All right, this is a song that I think you will all know from the Golden Girls. It's the theme song from the Golden Girls, which was a groundbreaking sitcom featuring 4 older ladies having fun. So sing along with me, and then towards the end, we'll do kind of a call back and forth on that last part. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be for me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. 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 If it's a car you like, I'll surely buy you a Cadillac. Whatever you need, any time of the day or night. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And when we both get older, with walking hands and hair of gray, have no fear, even though it's hard to hear. I will stand real close and say, thank you for being a friend. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Let me tell you about it. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I want to thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
All right, Sloan. Yeah, y'all can have a seat for this part. Sloan is our Sergeant at Arms today, substituting for Harrison, who had to be out of town to Hot Springs on short notice.
I don't believe we have any visiting Rotarians. Wade's not even here. We do have members with guests. David Sager has 1 guest.
Please welcome Alex Myers, my daughter.
Mary Alice Safini has 2 guests.
Please welcome Bill and Georgia Ross. We have the whole family here today.
Okay, I kind of appreciate Chatty mentioned Zen. because I actually have a quote from Zen Flesh, Zen Bones today. The holidays, there's a lot of special stuff, but it usually comes with a lot of work, and it's easy to get bogged down in that and then kind of miss the great things. So the quote from Zen Flesh, Zen Bones is: a man traveling across a field encounters a tiger. He fled, the tiger after him. Coming to a cliff, he caught hold of a root of a wild vine and swung himself down over the edge. The tiger sniffed at him from above. Trembling, the man looked down to where another tiger was waiting to eat him. Only the vine sustained him. Two mice, one white, one black, little by little started to gnaw at the vine. The man saw a lustrous strawberry near him. Grasping the vine with one hand, he plucked the strawberry with the other. How sweet it tasted. There's a lot going on that can get you down. Please don't let that miss the great things, especially in the holidays.
Thank you, Sloan. And thank you for sparing us the jokes. Okay, so we have new butt cups for December. It's M&N Augustine Foundation. So there's a QR code, and you'll be reminded in the upcoming weekly newsletters about our charitable recipient for this year, or for this month. Chatty, I'm going to give the mic back to you for birthdays.
All right, we're going to knock out 2 months at a time today. So we'll start with the November birthdays. And if it's your birthday, was your birthday in November or in December, please stand. Susan Nettleship Bailey, November 28th. Daniel Barnes, November 7th. Terry Box, November 1st. Lee Brooks, November 24th. Julie Chambers, November 20th. Michael Gehring, November 18th. Tim Holland, November 6th. Beverly Lewis, November 18th. Conrad Odom, November 6th. Barbara Pritchard, November 22nd. Rose Pulliam, November 2nd. Martin Schopmeyer, November 1st. And for the December birthdays, Jeff Jeffus, December 21st. Glenda Patterson, December 1st. Kara Paxton, December 9th. Jace Shirley, December 25th, Christmas baby. Lloyd Swope, December 20th. Diane Warren, December 21st. And Laura Wilkins, December 13th. Everybody stand that has a birthday. Come on, we got to celebrate you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rotarians. Happy birthday to you. So if you will give your age to our fund, it's our Youth Activities Fund. We're going to be using it for scholarships and other youth activities.
Is there a maximum loss on that, on the age?
Nope.
Nope, you got to pay your age. Shoot. All right. Thank you, Chatty. I'm going to put somebody on the spot for the Tuesday night, Rotary at Night. Who's in the room that could speak about how's that going? And I'm going to bring you the microphone.
It was wonderful. Hello, everyone. Sorry, stuff in the way. I'm Emily Stone, if I haven't met you yet. I am the chairperson of our nightclub committee, as I like to call it. We had our first official meeting on Tuesday. Miss Christine Cook so graciously offers her office for us to host it. And we did a service project that supported the Cancer Support Home. That's a part of Washington Regional. And it was wonderful. We had a great turnout, and we packed little Christmas goodie bags for the residents or the people who stay at the Cancer Support Home. And we got to learn about the great work they do and just help spread some Christmas cheer. So it was great. Our next nightclub meeting is December 16th, which is not next week, but the next, the third Tuesday of this month. And it is going to be at the Fayetteville Chamber of Commerce. The president and CEO, Jennifer Irwin, is going to be speaking to us. And we're going to do a food drive for the Cancer Support Homes Pantry. We'll be sending out some information about what food items they're in need of So please come on next Tuesday or Tuesday, December 16th, 2 Tuesdays from now. We'd love to have you there. Is it the 17th? I think it's the 16th. Tuesday from 6 to 7. All right.
Thank you. That's exciting. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. This is really taking off. This is good stuff. All right. Announcements. Member recognition of the community, committee initiatives or updates. Now's your chance. All right. I didn't expect anything from these. Our next service project is Salvation Army Bell Ringing Saturday, December 6th. I'm signed up. Do we need any more people to sign up? We're fine. We're full. We're doing good work. All right. So that's at the mall, just to make sure we know. That's at the Mall Avenue, Walmart, North Fayetteville. At the south door. And who are we looking for when we arrive at our designated time? All right. So don't be late. Just show up and find the person who's already there ahead of you. Take their smock off their hands and whatever they have to give you to pass on to start your shift. Okay. I'll see you there. I'll be there at 2. All right. I want to express gratitude for a couple of members that have stepped up to join the board, and I will introduce them and at this time ask for a vote from the body of members here today to approve these additions to our board. And these people are, if you'll stand, Christine Cook and Kim Smith. And we will count this round of applause as your affirmative vote. Any opposed? Okay, thank you so much. All right. Oh, and at this time, I'll invite Kenton to the microphone to introduce our speaker today.
Fantastic. All right. It's fun to be here in person at Rotary instead of on Zoom. So thank you guys for supporting Zoom through the years. It makes it very much possible for me to participate and stay connected to the Rotary Club. And then hopefully when you're traveling or you want to need a makeup, and we'll hope you'll jump on there and join the crew. There's a steady core that's always there. And then there's a whole bunch of folks that jump on when they need to. So thanks for supporting Zoom. So I got the pleasure of introducing the speakers today. Mary Alice, thank you for introducing my parents, Bill and Georgia Ross. Glad you guys could join us. Today we have from the Walton Arts Center, Thomas DeBerry and Jennifer Ross. And they're going to talk. Sorry, but just promoted you. You're going to have to do some fillings when we get back to the office. So that are going to tell us about the visual arts program at the Walton Arts Center. So lots of exciting stuff going on there. Let me tell you about these two speakers. Thomas DeBerry serves as the Director of Visual Art and the Director of Facilities at the Walton Arts Center. He has been a resident of Northwest Arkansas since 2013, where he lives with his wife, Jessica DeBari, Director of Development at Mount Sequoia, and their 2 sons, Sergio and Leo. Before relocating to Arkansas, Tom lived and worked in New York City, Washington, D.C., and Boston. During his time in Washington, D.C., he attended American University, where he earned a Master of Fine Arts degree. His professional background spans both the creative and operational sides of arts administration, reflecting a deep commitment to the arts and community engagement. Jennifer Ross, my wife, has over 30 years of professional experience as an educator, artist, and arts administrator. She has held numerous positions at Walton Arts Center in her 23-year tenure and is currently responsible for the overall artistic programming of the organization, overseeing the programming, learning, and engagement and visual arts teams. She is a passionate advocate for arts education and the economic benefits of the arts, a willing mentor to arts colleagues, and one of Arkansas's 3 Tony voters. Jennifer and I have been married for 27 years, 33 if you count our dating time. And we have one son, Robert Ross, who is a 2nd lieutenant in the United States Air Force. Yeah. He's got about a week to go, and we're going down for his wing pinning ceremony in next week. Just hard, yeah, it's hard to believe. So yeah, we'll talk more about that later. So I'm gonna invite Jennifer up and then y'all take it from here.
Hi. Got to get all plugged in here. Just a minute. Have you ever noticed that you have to try a plug 3 times in a computer? Oh, I did it the first time. Hooray. Tom and I are pleased today to speak to you. This is our inaugural. Wow, why aren't you showing up over here? That's not what I expected. Hold, please. And now. Hooray! Tom and I are really pleased to be here today. The new gallery opened October 29th, so we finally feel like we have a moment to catch our breath, even though there's still lots to be done in the gallery. But we're pleased to speak with you today and have the opportunity to get out and talk about the gallery. Walton Art Center has provided an opportunity for our community to engage with the visual arts, both in Joy Pratt Markham Gallery in the main building and in McCoy Gallery at Nadine Baum Studios since the very beginning of our operation. From our very beginning, the visual arts have been a vital part of our artistic, educational, and public service mission. We've exhibited the works of local artists like Gail Stoops and Andrew Kilgore, University of Arkansas professors like Ken Stout and John Newman, as well as large touring exhibitions from Fabergé, the handbags of Judith Lieber, and ceramics by Picasso. In the years following the opening of Crystal Bridges, and what an amazing resource for all of us Crystal Bridges is, we focused on commissioning public art, both temporary and permanent, during our Artisphere Festival. You may remember the Stickworks sculpture on Tyson Plaza by Patrick Doherty, and right before the renovation, or the Spiral Jetty by Stacy Levy, which was in the middle of Lake Fayetteville. The focus of our future exhibitions will be work by emerging artists and artists with strong ties to the state of Arkansas. Our newly opened Alexander Gallery at Porter Art Warehouse gives us the opportunity to step out of the boundaries of the main Walton Arts Center building and create a standalone gallery as a visual arts anchor for the cultural arts corridor. The gallery will be open 6 days a week, daytime hours for the lunch crowd, as well as evening hours on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so that people can pop in before a show or after dinner on Dixon Street. We plan to engage more fully in partnerships that will help us bring more work to the region, and we are excited about all the possibilities that entails. And now I'd like to bring up Tom DeBari to talk a little bit more about our wonderful new gallery space. Tom?
Hi, thank you for having me here today. So the Alexander Gallery at Porter Art Warehouse, the Porter Art Warehouse, which is what we renamed this building after the reconstruction and the renovation, is more than a building. It's a physical embodiment of the longstanding commitment to the community-driven art making at Walton Art Center. Its story stretches from the 20th century industry to the 21st century contemporary art space, linking generations of makers, audiences, and city leadership. Constructed in 1906, the structure originally served as a produce and apple warehouse with direct rail access supporting Fayetteville's agricultural economy. For decades, it operated as a site of labor, trade, and gathering, a place where my colleague recalls old men played dominoes while John Porter went to the back for fresh vegetables. The marks made by the tools that they used are still visible in the wooden columns today and stand as a physical evidence of that time period. By the early 1990s, the building entered a new chapter, one grounded in artistic purpose. Around 1990, the city started owning the building with the University of Arkansas as well. At this time in 1992, prior to the opening of the Walton Art Center facility, the organization launched the Integrated Arts Project, an initiative to architecturally embed the work of a regional artist into the very fabric of the Art Center. From more than 340 submitted entries, a jury selected Intermission, a monumental 9-foot by 50-foot mural by Ken Stout, the artist and University of Arkansas professor. After being awarded the commission, Stout transformed the building that we know now as Porter Art Warehouse into his working studio. He worked in there from 1992 to 94. He constructed temporary walls along the northern set of columns to execute that piece at full scale. In that space, he also painted a lot of local people and people that were important to the Walton Art Center being built. Those walls were still standing there when I joined the organization in 2016, and fondly was called Ken Stout all the time by people. They said we were using it as storage at the time, and everybody would say, it's in Ken Stout, it's in Ken Stout. And so that was my real first sort of understanding of the history of this building. And the paint was all along the floors. It's kind of beautiful. Completed in 94, Intermission was installed in the Pace balcony at Walton Art Center, where it remains on view today. The building's significance was formally recognized in 2020 by the city when it was placed on the historic register by the city of Fayetteville. In 2024, Wade Abernathy and Quinn Thompson, who worked for the city of Fayetteville, began the restoration with direction that was set by Revival Architecture's Aaron Ruby, who also restored the original Johnny Cash home in Dyess, Arkansas. As the city of Fayetteville undertook the comprehensive exterior renovation, stabilizing the historic shell and preparing the structure for its next life, the Walton Art Center envisioned a bold transformation, a dedicated contemporary visual arts gallery. This vision became a reality through the extraordinary generosity of Bob and Becky Alexander, whose gift made the complete interior renovation possible, giving birth to the Alexander Gallery at Porter Art Warehouse. The interior renovation was led by Polk Stanley Wilcox Architects and Bob Pless, the director of facilities and capital projects at the Walton Art Center, and myself. Key design decisions on the interior and exterior honored both function and history. Exterior brick walls where paint was taken off of them. They were tuck pointed. They were completely renovated. We really wanted the building to sort of show off the antique brick that was there. And we didn't want any of the old sort of decay that was happening to prevent it from showing off its best, so to speak. The philosophy that we had going into this was very much about how do we get everything back to when it was built in 1906. So they pulled sand. Well, if you understand tuck pointing, they bring in mortar and they use sand to make that. And the sand that they used was from local riverbeds. So they brought that in. So they really just had this old formula. So it looked exactly like that. That was the type of philosophy that we went into doing the whole interior renovation on. Doors and windows, they have old wavy glass in them. The doors were handmade by a local artisan. Traditional paints were used. They're all linseed oil paints. It smells amazing in the building. Please come by. The floors were stabilized. So the floors, you can see in this picture here, they have a lot of age. They have a lot of character. Those are actually the original floors of the building. But what we had to do, we had to actually pull all that stuff out so we could stabilize the structure and sister all the floor joists. We brought everything back in because that character was something that we just felt like we needed to hold on to. The original beams are still there, the structure, the roof. When you go in, it doesn't line up. It's not perfectly square. You know, it's Fayetteville, right? So
That would go at the north end of the building.
yeah.
You would lose that.
And we put in a custom hanging track system to hang art, and that hanging track system is designed based off like a sliding door that was in the building. So it's just a really great example of just form dictated by function and simplicity of decision making based on, hey, this is a warehouse, let's make it look like a warehouse. And that brings us to my notes. Our grand opening on October 29th. The Alexander Gallery officially opened on the 29th with the 5th year of our art, our region, our time. Despite a cold fall evening, the response was overwhelming. 580 people attended that opening. Mayor Molly Ron and Peter Lane addressed the crowd. A ceremonial ribbon cutting marked the moment. The line stretched down the block and did not clear until 7:15. You can kind of see some people out there in the next slide, just sort of waiting in the cold. And we had space heaters and everything. And we teamed up with local businesses to sort of have a couple of items, cocktails that could go across the street to Theater Squared, and wait for the line to die down. And a couple people actually did that, which was great. This is the most successful visual arts opening we've ever had for Walton Arts Center. We are very excited about it. This show is amazing. So about our region, our time, this is a community-centered exhibition. Launched in 2021, our art, our region, our time represented a major strategic shift for Walton Arts Center, turning deliberately toward the artists that we already had here. The question was a simple but profound: will our community support a local visual arts gallery? And that was the question that was posed by Peter Lane to Jason Smith and Kathy Thompson in 21. And the answer is obviously yes, absolutely, triple exclamation point. This show is an amazing show. Being community-based means that it's free public entry. We open submissions each June through August and spread the word via WAC weekly emails and word of mouth on social media. I often tell Kathy Thompson, who is our curator for this show, that what she curates is community. And she is such a wonderful asset for us to go out in the community and connect with so many different generations of artists. Year one, we saw 150 artists enter for our art. Year two saw 211. This most recent year, we had 235 artists who submitted over 450 works of art. And it's just such a wonderful outpouring to see such a creative community that we have. The 5-year totals, we're looking at over 350 artists have exhibited with us during the show, and we've displayed over 450 works of art. This year alone, we had 75 artists with 89 works exhibited. Leadership for this program includes Jennifer Ross, myself, Heather Holland, our creative director for Walton Arts Center, and Kathy Thompson, who has been curating the show for the last 5 years. What we know about this show is that we have a giant ecosystem of artists. And so what that allows us to do is broaden our visual arts network. So over time, as we have seen the response, we developed an illumination series, which is located in the main building. And it's typically the artwork that's underneath our grand staircase in our atrium. It is curated by Bryce Briscoe at the Community Creative Center. And it's typically ceramic work that responds to the space. We also developed a signature series, which is curated by Kathy Thompson. Past artists have included Andrew Kilgore, Sandra Sell, and Robin Horn. In 2024, we acquired Resisting Collapse by Robin Horn, and it's on our Tyson Plaza, which is on West Avenue. And it is the first permanent public artwork in the Upper Ramble. And that was also thanks again to the Alexander's generosity, we were able to acquire that piece. WAC is a founding member of the Fayetteville Gallery Coalition, which came together in 2024 and provides 2 citywide gallery hops annually. This past gallery hop, which happened on November 15th, and I'm hopeful that some of you joined, saw over 200 visitors to our gallery on that day, which was a really great turnout, really great turnout. So where do we go from here? We're looking at upcoming exhibits. We're looking at other ways to engage different community members. And what we're going to focus on coming up in January and February, March, and April is focusing on engaging the community from Fort Smith. Harold Keller will be shown in January. This will be curated by Matthew Bailey. Harold Keller went straight from high school in Brooklyn, New York, to the University of Arkansas. He landed here in 1947. There he met his wife, who was from Ozark, Arkansas, and they got married in Fayetteville. Captivated by Arkansas, he stayed, and over the years, it helped him shape him as an artist. His years at the University in Fayetteville were important to him, and he double majored in art and philosophy, and he taught in a high school before starting the art department in Fort Smith at the community college, which is now UAFS. After that, Don Lee, when continuing on this theme of impactful educators for Fort Smith, Don Lee will be curated by Kathy Thompson. That will be up from March 20th to April 20th. He was the longtime head of the art department at UAFS, and Lee guided the program into its modern form and trained generations of artists from that area. In May, we have the Arkansas Pottery Festival, and that is an event that's put on by the Community Creative Center, and they will be showing in the Alexander Gallery the Larkin family potters. After that, and hasn't been officially announced yet, and we're very excited, we'll have This Wheel's Still on Fire, which is the legacy of Levon Helm. That will be in June and August, June through August, excuse me. And the exhibit is curated by the Museum Collective and will feature never displayed items, including personal photographs, instruments from the band members, tour memorabilia, awards, interviews with friends and fellow musicians, including Bruce Springsteen, Jackson Browne, and Max Weinberg, and more. So please come out to these events. These are very exciting developments for us. Jennifer?
With me, Tom.
Okay.
I just want to remind you that we do other things at Walton Arts Center besides the visual arts. And these are the programs coming up in December at Walton Arts Center. Sona is this weekend. It's their very Sona Christmas, followed by the Snowman, a family concert on the 7th. I didn't list that one because it's sold out. And then our next Broadway show is Kimberly Akimbo. If you don't know anything about that show, it's because it's an entirely original Broadway musical. They don't make many of those anymore. They actually take a movie and make a Broadway musical out of it. Kimberly Akimbo is completely original, based on the story out of somebody's head, totally original music and lyrics, and it is a delightful story. So if you need a little getaway for Christmas, Kimberly Akimbo will be that for you. The Fabulous Equinox Orchestra and Equinox Christmas. This is the Glenn Miller Orchestra for now. The two guys who run this band, one of them grew up in Fayetteville until he was in 4th or 5th grade and then moved to Louisiana where he met the other leader. So Clay grew up in Arkansas, moved to Louisiana and met Jeremy. They are two of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, and they just exude nice from the stage, and their band is stellar. So if you like big band music, the Fabulous Equinox Orchestra will be for you. And then Mrs. Doubtfire over the weekend of the 19th. And then we're screening 2 Christmas shows on the 23rd, The Muppet Christmas Carol and Home Alone. So we hope you come see us in December. You can buy tickets on our website or call the box office 443-5600. That number's been ingrained in my head for 23 years now. And now, what questions do you have about any of the things at Walton Arts Center? Sure. Any questions at all?
So can you tell us a little bit more about the artworks? Are they for sale? And how is that going?
Yes, the art is for sale. Most of the works for our art are for sale. They are local artists. And we are really excited to give those artists the opportunity to display their work and to sell their work, to give them a platform for sales. There are a few works that aren't for sale, and then a few that say inquire if you're interested. But we've done really well. I think we've sold 14 pieces.
Yeah.
Is that right? Out of the
14.
current exhibit.
And each one of the programs that you have has the pricing and the sizes on them. And there's also an email address at the bottom in case you're interested in anything. But also stop by the gallery. I'll be there.
It's open until 2 today if you want to pop in.
And then from 5 to 8.
Exactly. Oh, it's Thursday.
It's
Right.
Thursday.
Yes.
Quick update on Ken Stout. Just talked to him.
Okay.
He's a city councilman in Mountainburg, and he's moved this great collection to Mountainburg, and he still loves to show it off. So,
That's great.
Well, that's fun.
all right, I'll go this way first.
How did it come about that the city and the university joined together to own the Porter Produce Building what I think you said 1990?
I have a theory on that, although nobody quote me to the city because they would probably correct me. I believe that most of that block was purchased by the city and the university for the purpose of building the art center. That is my understanding of it. I came 10 years later to Walton Art Center, but I believe the entire block was purchased by the city and the university, along with what structures were on it at the time.
Is the gallery open before performances at the WAC? I mean, so we can come early, go there, then go have dinner at the WAC and then go to the show, right?
Yes, it's open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 5 to 8. Right now we're working on, I know, I'm sorry. We're working on staffing the gallery right now, but because it's weird times, we're trying to find the right person who would be exactly the right person to be in that space all the time. So right now we're open 6 days a week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're open 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and we're open 11 to 2 every other day. So you'll just have to come to Dixon Street for dinner.
I had the pleasure of doing the gallery hop, and I wasn't aware when I saw Alexander Gallery on the program where we were going, and I was blown away. It is world-class gallery space, so definitely you should go see it.
Thank you.
Chatty.
Who else? All right. Okay. Well, let's give our guests a round of applause. And I have a presentation to make. Now, Jennifer, I understand you have one of these already.
I do.
So may I make this presentation?
Of course.
Okay, well, we're so thankful that you came and gave us a presentation today, and to express our gratitude, a gift to put on your desk or your shelf behind your desk, a rampaging razorback on a rotary wheel. I'm never going to ask you to say that. Or a hog on a cog. Thank you. Appreciate you.
A hog on a cog. Thank you. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, just a matter of business that I want to sneak in here at the end. We've had several new members join the club since July, and I looked the room over, even had Emily's help to see who's here, and there is one present today that I can introduce. His name is Dr. Steve Harms. If you would stand up and be recognized as one of our newest members, I'm so glad you're here. And we've got time if you want to introduce yourself and what you're doing at this time of your life.
Well, I'm retired. I was a radiologist most of my life, working in Fayetteville the last 20 or so years at the Breast Center, one of the founders of the Breast Center. Before that, I worked University of Arkansas Medical Center in Little Rock, MD Anderson Hospital in Baylor in Dallas before moving here. Let's see, I have a wife, Sally, and let's see, 3 children and 3 grandchildren. Glad to be here.
We're glad you're here.
Everything outdoors.
He says for fun, he does everything outdoors. So, well, all right. I'm going to give you back a little bit of your time today. So thank you for being here, and this meeting is adjourned.